Welcome back. President Biden is planning to expand the IRS's funding and transaction reporting requirements in an effort to pay for his massive $4 trillion spending plans. The measure includes requiring banks to report financial and crypto account flows from customer accounts. It could potentially give the IRS access to your accounts if an issue is suspected. The Treasury says it stands to raise $700 billion in additional revenue over the next decade. Joining us right now is Americans for Tax Reform President Grover Norquist. Grover, it's great to see you this morning. Thanks very much for joining us. The administration is selling this plan as an effort to catch tax cheats, but giving the IRS direct access to people's bank accounts, to me, sounds very sketchy. It's surveillance, wanting to see how people spend their money, where the flows go. What's your take on this?
Oh, this includes PayPal. This is not people with millions of dollars in Swiss bank accounts. This is your checkbook. Right. This is PayPal. This is all of the ways you buy something with your iPhone. This is an old trick. They've been doing it for 40 years, but this is on steroids. They claim if we hire one more agent at the IRS, you know, he or she will get this much more money. Then they spend that money because it's presumed income. It's like a tax increase, but of course it hasn't worked in the past. They don't generate that. Biden's IRS commissioner said there's no way to spend this money intelligently. We're talking about, 86,000 people they're going to hire. They haven't been able to hire the people they've tried to in the last several years. They've had problems with the bureaucracy, with the unions. They're not going to hire this number of people. But your point that they want to open up and look at your personal data, this is the end of privacy. This is an agency that has been caught handing out for political purposes people's personal donations so they could be attacked. Somebody gave to a charity that somebody else doesn't like. This abuse is going to get much worse.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty extraordinary. I've been, sort of saying how ironic it is that this week Joe Biden spoke at the commencement address. He gave the commencement address to the Coast Guard. And at that commencement address, he actually quoted Mao Zedong from China. It's just, you can't make this stuff up. They're fighting with the Chinese CCP in the South China Sea every day, and he's quoting Mao Zedong during a week that he comes up with this plan that it gives IRS the access to all American bank accounts as well as other money-moving services like Venmo and PayPal, crypto wallets to look inside how people are moving money. I mean, there are Senate Republicans who are now proposing that there is an IRS rule to prevent a repeat of the 2013 Obama tax scandal. Yeah. Connect the dots here, because there was a scandal under the Obama administration where Obama's IRS was pretty much coming up with audits on some groups, nonprofits, that they didn't like the way the money was flowing. They were Republican nonprofits. Tell us what happened under Obama and whether or not you see any similarities here.
Sure. This happened under Obama, where they targeted the Tea Party and didn't let them incorporate, didn't give them 501c3 status, which is what a foundation has, or 501c4 status, and therefore they couldn't get a bank account. Therefore, they couldn't raise money. That's why the Tea Party was destroyed by the IRS, which said, you cannot incorporate, and there was not a single conservative group that was allowed to incorporate with the IRS for 3 years. I'm sorry, there was one. There was one in 3 years that was allowed to do this. It was political targeting. The Clinton people did this as well. I served on a congressional commission to look at restructuring the IRS, and when I talked to the head of the IRS there and asked, why am I finding all the conservative groups being targeted and audited, which costs a lot of money. If there's nothing wrong, it still costs you hundreds of thousands of dollars to defend against an audit. You have to offer free space to the auditor to sit in your office. And when I talked to my left-wing friends, none of them are being audited. I was told, you have to trust us. They're under both Clinton and the Kennedys and the Johnsons. I mean, this happens repeatedly. This has been politicized. The IRS audits people they don't like. The IRS takes data. People who gave to political contributions that the left didn't like, they made them available, and people were harassed and doxxed and so on. Now they're going to look at everybody's data. Everybody's data. That's you and everyone watching.
Yeah, that's weaponizing the IRS. That's what this is, weaponizing the IRS. Grover, we've got a lot more to talk about it. We'll continue looking at this tax increase plan that Joe Biden is trying to push through. Have you back soon to talk about its impact. Thank you so much, sir. Grover Norquist.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Stay with us.